I'm Gayle Guyardo. Welcome to Bloom, presented by Lifeguard Imaging. For years now, Bloom has dedicated a lot of our programming to educating people about healthy vision. And there's a little-known condition that slowly takes away a person's sight. As researchers scramble for a cure, there's a long way to go in treating retinitis pigmentosa. It's something our top guest today deals with every day of his life.
I have retinitis pigmentosa, which is a retinal degenerative disease, which isn't rapid, it's over time, so it steadily takes your vision from peripheral down to central vision. You know, I have a map of all of New York probably up in my head of where to go, where things are. It's either stay inside and really not do anything, or figure it out.
Joining us now is Griffin Pinkow, the CEO of the Foreseeable Future Foundation, a nonprofit that works with individuals and organizations that focus on the visually impaired through sports and recreation. It is such a pleasure to meet you in person.
Well, thank you for having me, Gayle. I'm excited to be here.
So, Griffin, tell me a little bit about your story. I know you and I had a Zoom meetup to kind of get to know one another, and then as it would turn out, my very, very best friend in life has two sons with retinitis pigmentosa, and this is a disease that causes you to lose your sight.
Yes, it's not you just wake up one day and you're completely blind. It's over time. We found out about my vision through sports, actually. I was in the outfield one day and I was running one way and the ball was going another way, and that was the first instance to something's wrong here and we need to figure it out.
So what happened next? I mean, you were lucky. You were diagnosed early.
Yes.
So were there things that you started to do at a young age to adapt?
I always had to adapt and figure it out. I didn't really know about adaptive equipment at the time, or that I could play sports, that there were adaptive sports out there. So that was really a challenge for me, and kind of just trying to figure it out and be a chameleon at such a young age, and then also deal with coming to grips that your life is going to kind of change forever. So there wasn't really anything that I pinpointed. I just kind of learned along the way.
And along the way, you decided to take something that some might view as a handicap and turn it into a real life purpose. Tell me about your foundation.
So Foreseeable Future Foundation, we help the visually impaired and blind live more fulfilling lives through sports and recreation all over the country. We help kids, young adults, and veterans be able to go and pursue sports at any level. We provide financial aid for them, for equipment, for races, for going to these camps, different adaptive equipment. So it's been a personal journey of taking something that was devastating, and it could be, into my love of sports and still being active, and now helping the community I'm a part of through Foreseeable Future Foundation. So we do a lot all over.
And you know, when we talk about sports, I don't think a lot of people realize the psychological benefits that this has for people dealing with any adversity in life.
Yes, and I think I always say that, you know, sports and recreation, it's how I found out about my vision, and I was still active, but I say it's my medicine. If I don't work out for a day, I could go stir crazy, and it's of course the physical component, but it's the mental piece, it's the emotional piece, and I think through what we're able to offer to these young kids and individuals through this community, yes, there's the physical aspect, but it can help in so many other ways, and feeling that sense of community and like you're a part of something. So we're able to do that through, I think, through Foreseeable Future, and we've realized how big of a mental health component this can have for this community that we serve, and me personally as well.
And for those that love them, I just want to share a personal story. You know, when I found out about you and your mission, I told my best friend, and you were so kind to jump on a phone call with her.
Yes.
And she called me later and she said, you have no idea what that meant to be able to talk to him, to feel part of a community, to not feel so alone and isolated, in helping my sons navigate this diagnosis, because there is this huge mental component of it.
Yes, and with being diagnosed, you know, they said, get a cane, get a dog, at 11 or 12, go home, we can't do anything for you. And, you know, just how devastating that could be, the individual's perspective, but then as a family, we didn't know anyone else that had this issue or challenge, or we didn't know the doctors, and you kind of feel alone and on that island. So I think that's part of the mission, is that whether it's, you know, helping a group, an individual, a family that's just being diagnosed, you know, sports and recreation is what Foreseeable Future does, but my mission in general is to try to help anyone in any situation, if it's just being diagnosed with a family member or a friend, or just let them know that you're not alone and that we're here for you, and if we can help in any way, what we can do, because my family and I were in those situations, and it's not easy. So I'm really excited that I've created that community with helping.
Oh, you should be. You should be incredibly proud. And you help so many youth. Tell me about your reach, the scope, and how far you cast this net.
So it's all over the country. So we started on a little office in New York City, and we went big and had a big fundraiser, a big gala. We raised a lot of money, and now we help thousands of visually impaired and blind people every year throughout the country in different local communities all over the country. It's nationwide now, so we're small, but we do a lot all over, and it's anywhere from younger individuals, ages 4 to 5, to some veterans that have just lost their vision from war, come back, and they need to get acclimated back to what they can do here in the U.S., and we get them active and moving.
That is incredible. What is your messaging to people? I mean, is it just for people that are completely blind or low vision? Who qualifies?
Oh, it's for anyone that has a visual impairment or blindness. We work with a lot of people with multiple challenges, and we still get them. It's pretty incredible. We have different ranch programs. That's for people who might have multiple challenges, and we get them out there in those environments. So it's not just you have to be visually impaired to just have retinitis pigmentosa, but it's any challenge that you might have. We try to help them any way we can.
I think it's incredible what you're doing, and we're so proud to share your mission with our Bloom viewers.
Well, thank you so much for having me, Gayle. It was great to meet you in person, and thank you for letting me share my story.
I love it. I love it. All right, we're going to share this story with you on Bloom Tampa Bay, and we'll connect you with how you might want to donate or support this cause. And before we go to break, it's time for today's Bloom trivia question. True or false? Retinitis pigmentosa, which leads to blindness, can happen even if you're not genetically predisposed to the disorder. We'll have the answer later on Bloom.